Good morning, it's Sheila from She's a Sassy Lady, and guess what I am trying this morning? I am actually on Cricut Craft Room. And you know me, I am an avid Gypsy user, but I thought, you know what, I've got to learn Cricut Craft Room because, first off, I was a Circle member. I'm one of those that didn't renew their Circle membership, and I was a Charter Circle member. I just couldn't see the benefits in it this last time around. At any rate, I got the email saying you got the free credit, and I got Teddy Bear Parade. I've been trying to get that one, and I've been trying to buy it on eBay for a little bit less and couldn't. And so I thought, well, when I get this free, I am going to just get the Teddy Bears on Parade. So then I had an hour at work on Saturday. Lunch was brought in. I sat at my desk and played with the Cricut Craft Room and finally did 9, as you can see up there, 9 little teddy bears. Okay, so I've got 9 little teddy bears all ready to go, and now I have to set my width. I've got a very thick paper, so I've got my depth set to 6. I said I would give this a try, and so here I am giving it a try, and mine is set up. I've got Wi-Fi on my Expression 2, and so here's what I've got. This is what came up. Heavy cardstock is what I've got, so I'm good. And I put in my mat to here, and I'm on 1 of 3, and I hope it's that teddy bear because that's what I've got coming up, and I don't know what I do from there. I think I load mat, but I don't know how to load mat from here. So we're going to learn this together. I've got cut and missing cartridge. How could I be missing the cartridge? Use the buttons on the Expression 2 to touch screen to load your mat and then start your... Oh, use the buttons on your Expression 2 touch screen to load your mat. Okay. Loaded my mat, and then start to cut. Oh, well, that was simple. Okay, so now it's cutting, and I'll let you know in a minute when all these little bears are cut out. And in the meantime, I'm going to shut off my camera so that I don't bore you while we're waiting for this to cut. Okay, I'm back, and look at what I have. I have all these little, look at, aren't they just too cute? All these little, and they're craft paper, so they're going to be so cute. And then I've got this this beige paper. This is one of the stacks from, or one of the solid papers from Design Cuts with a View. I believe either that or Recollections, I don't know which. I got a package of colored paper, just colored solid papers a long time ago, and that's one of them. So that's ready to go. And look, my black ones are up, so this is page 2 of 3, and I'm going to hit cut as soon as I find my little mouse here. Hit cut. And I've already done checked my mat status. Checking mat status, okay. And all I need to do now is I've loaded. Why is it doing that? Check mat status. Okay, put that in. Load. And why is it not giving me the option? Cancel that. Cut. Checking mat status. Don't know what my problem is right now, ladies. Okay, I'm back. I found out what my problem is I have it on Wi-Fi and it's not taking it for some reason. So I just plugged it in the old-fashioned way. See if I can get it to work now. And it's still not working. For some reason, my Expression and my computer are not communicating, And I have both a Wi-Fi hooked up and I have a cord hooked up. And it's asking me which device. I've got it. Select the device. I've done that. I still don't know what the problem is, so I'll be coming back. Well, ladies, I found out what my problem is. My problem was my Wi-Fi. Soon as I plugged it in, it worked no problem at all. I had to shut off the Cricut. I guess when my Wi-Fi went down, my Cricut Craft Room went down at the same time. And so I restarted my Cricut Craft Room, and it went right up and it printed just fine. The only problem I had was on my black little bears. I didn't have them on the mat. Can you believe it? I didn't have them on the mat. So I'm going to recut just 3 more bears out because I haven't got the bears on right. I mean, I haven't got them. Now I'm getting these ready, and what I'm doing, just so that you can see, is I've taken the bear itself, and where am I? The bear itself, here like this, and I took the inside pieces of the bear, like that, and I put it on the tape, and I set it here since I have 9 bears, and I want to just keep it so that they're all together and I don't lose any of the pieces, so I did that. So I'll be back. Just wanted to show you how easy this is now. I've actually got this down finally. And I wanted to work this through with you, and you could see that I have problems too, because there's so many new Cricut Craft Room, new Cricut people, and you need to know how to work the Cricut Craft Room. Now, I blew it, and as you can see on here now, my little teddy bears fit on the mat, so I have to cut 3 more of them out. So all I did was put 3 on the mat, and I've got to load my mat like it tells me. So I've loaded it, and then press continue. And I press continue, and it's going to start working any second. It's cutting now. It's going to go. Come on. Can you believe this? There we go. I was getting panicky. Now I've been busy making, during this, I've been busy making my little goodies, my little Elmos for the children. So I've got them, and I'm working on them. So, at any rate, I'm going to let you go. And, oh, what I wanted to tell you before I let you go is because I changed this, now I don't want to save it, and hopefully it'll be right. I already saved it with 9 of them on, positioned properly, but I'm not going to save this. I'm going to open up another screen without saving it so that I will always have those 9 teddy bears on, so when I go to make them again, they'll be fine. And again, this is how they all are. I've got it like this, and little bears, and behind each one of them, and the nose is what I'm recutting out. And as you can see, it's perfect. This color is going to be just perfect with this little teddy bear. Don't you love the lighter beige on there? So it's just right. Anyway, 1 or more of your cut images are not positioned entirely on the mat. Oh, that's on the next one. So I'm good on the next one. So I'm okay, and I'm going to shut off now because I am not going to print this 3rd screen, this 3rd page, because I don't need it. I'll talk to you in a little bit. Okay, I wanted to show you this. Now notice on here, right on here, it tells you, do you want to save this project? Now remember, I told you I altered this so there's only 3 of these top bears on this. I've saved it with 9 bears on it, but this has got only 3 bears on it, and so we want to put on there, don't save. Okay? Now it goes under the thing. So now what I'm going to do is I've got birthday bear clothing, and I'm going to open this one up. It's loading it. And look at, I've got all the different pages, and I want to drop this down so you can see. I've got all the different pages. And what I did when I made this is I want to cut this out in pink. And I'm going to make, I want to get my iPad going because I'm going to do exactly the colors that shows on there. And I only got 3 pages. However, with the 3 pages, if I would have made a 4th page and made this a different color, but I didn't. So I've got my yellow here. Here, let me get my iPad up there so you can see. Okay, I've got the yellow See on the iPad? I've got the yellow, the pink, the green, but I have to do, and the white. So I've got to make sure that each of them are done. The hat is supposed to be in green. So this down here has to be in green. This will be in pink. And then the rest of my colors are okay. But I put my green and my pink on the same page so that when I'm cutting, I know exactly what I'm doing. And I don't have the book because I bought it digital, so I downloaded it on my iPad. So that works. So anyway, this is going to be fun because this is a lot of layers that I have to cut. So hopefully I'll be skilled by the time I finish this. So I'm going to let you go and I'm going to get cutting. Talk to you in a little bit. Hi, I'm back on again. I want to show you two things. I just got a cut warning. One or more of your cut images are not positioned entirely on the mat. Now I don't know where it is because from what I can see, everything's on the mat. So hopefully I've got everything, but I guess I'm having the same problem as when I first started using the Gypsy. I had a hard time making sure everything was on my mat. So that's something I'm going to have to watch out for, and so I caution you. Now on this one, notice, another thing that I noticed that's different from this is that up here it shows the position of where the mat it goes into it and how you line up your paper. Where the Gypsy you'd be lining up off the side, here you line up from the top. Now here's my yellow balloons and I have to do 3 more white balloons underneath. So I've got my position. I've got a half a sheet of yellow and a half a sheet of white. So I'm good to go on that. And I'm going to hit OK because obviously we now know that something I did is off of the mat and I'm going to have to make a correction on it later, or I can go back and check now, which is what I am preferring to do. So I'm going to go back in and I'm going to look at my yellow layer, which is not, and I haven't figured out how to do this unless I can get it to the front. Yellow, color delete, no. Options, no. I haven't figured out how to do that. Machine and mat colors and patterns, no. No. Machine and mat, 12 by tone, no. So from what I can see, it looks like everything is on the mat. I mean, look at everything is on the mat on that. I think it was my white that wasn't, because look, it's on the mat here and it's on the mat all the way across up here. Maybe it's down on the bottom. No, it's on the mat. So everything is on the mat. So I don't know what the problem is. I'm going to continue with the cut because I don't see a problem. And I want page 2 of 3. And I am going to hit cut. And it's checking mat status. And it tells me to insert the mat. I've done that. Now I'm going to click continue. And it's going to cut out all of my little balloons and my little shirts and more balloons. So I'll get back to you. Hi, I wanted to show you a little stamp that I'm going to use. Look at here. I'm sorry for the camera moving around. This is on, let's see, this is blah, 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 blah. Postage to stamp. See that little tiny happy birthday right here? I'm going to stamp happy birthday on every one of those little shirts. Isn't that just too cute? It'll be absolutely perfect for the front of the little shirts on that card. And this is from Stamps of Life. Stamps for Life, Stamps, what is it? Stamps for Life. Stampsoflife.com. Stampsoflife.com. And that little tiny happy birthday is what I'm going to use. So I'll get back to you. Hi, I'm back, and now I am stamping these little, I've got the happy birthday on there from the Stamps of Life, and the little tiny happy birthday. I just think it's so cute. And I decided to use pink on it, and just a little tiny happy birthday. will go on the front of every little shirt. Happy birthday. Is that just too cute? I don't know. Can you see that? Happy birthday. And I'm going to stamp it on every one of these little shirts. I just think it's the detail in cards. You know, it's the detail. And I didn't want it black ink. I wanted it something just really light, that it'll just barely show up so that people can just see it. And I'm not even worried about it being too straight, because it is a t-shirt and people move around in their shirts, and let's face it, we never see it straight on people. So I'm just getting them on there, and I think it's just going to be too cute, isn't it? Now I grabbed my mouse pad to be able to do this, and I'm so excited that I'm able to actually do a project on Cricut Craft Room for a change, because it's really been bugging me, and I hope they get it where it can connect up with the Gypsy soon. And but if it doesn't, I love my Gypsy. I hope they get that straightened out. You know, I talked to Provocraft this morning. I went to update my Gypsy, and it seems that line is down, so I couldn't update my Gypsy. And hopefully that will be straightened out. They said to try it back within 2 hours, and so I'll give it a try again. So, I mean, I had to use Cricut Craft Room to be able to use this teddy bear parade. And this is my last day off before my card party. And this is another card. I heard one of the ladies is going to be out sick. She usually makes 2 cards. Or not out sick, she has to go into work. I think I got 2 shirts here. Anyway, she usually brings 2 cards, and so I thought, oh, I'm going to throw together another card real quick, since this is so cute, and I have such a shortage of birthday cards. If my phone rings, I'm going to answer it. Hubby's at the doctor. So I want to see what happened on that. You know how that is. And I hope you're having a great day. There's 4, 8. I think I got 10 of these cut out just in case one of them got gooped up. I can just run it on a blank bear too, you know. I just can't see when you cut out something to cut one of anything out. I know a lot of you do. I suppose if it was a specialty like that, well, I guess I did make one when I made an anniversary card and a wedding card, and it was specialized to the colors of clothing that they were wearing. So I did do one then, you know. But I think that's one of the few times that I made one card, or if I'm making from leftover scraps or something like that. I use the cotton candy ink from Close to My Heart on that. And I get to pull out the last cut. Look at that. I used, isn't that pretty? A glitter paper for the balloons. And look how nice that cut. Oops, 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 oops. One of the little goodies. I don't know what it's to. Oh, the frosting on the cupcake. That's what it is. Frosting on the cupcake. And then the little hats. Got those out too. And you know what I think I'm going to do, since the hat, and hold on, let me get that. I'm getting my iPad so I can go over this with you one more time. So just bear with me as I open that up. Here's our little guy, okay? So this is the piece that we're doing. Now here's the shirt. I've got happy birthday on that. But look at his hat is super plain. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a white gel marker and put some squiggles going up and down on it, just so that it has something else on it. Do you know what I mean? Because it looks kind of plain, doesn't it? So I think I'm going to do that before I even pull them off. because I don't think there's a design that you could put on that's small enough. I don't think I have a stamp that has any type of design, but I could just do, you know, squiggles across. Some polka dots. Every one of them just a little bit different, you know. Squiggles, squiggles. Couple polka dots. And then what I think I'll do, well, I'm going to do this off camera, but I think I'm going to put glitter on each one of those too, so that they are really stand out, those little hats. Or actually, you wouldn't want glitter on hats. If it was real, we wouldn't have glitter on our hats because the glitter might fall into our eyes. I know what I'll do. I'll just use some glossy accents to make it shiny and let them dry up that way. So, phone's ringing, gotta go. Bye now. I'll tell you what, I decided to go with the glitter because I used the white on there, and look at this. Wait a minute. You can't even hardly see it. And then I thought, you know, how silly of me. It's not going to get into anyone's eyes. It's a bear. It's a little paper bear. And so I'm going to go with the look rather than practicality. Can you stand it? I was worried about glitter getting in the little baby's, that little bear's eyes. So what I'm doing is I'm just preparing all of these. I'm putting liquid glass on it and then some glitter. And I'll pull that off in a minute. But I want to get all of these done. I just went to lunch with handsome hubby. So excited. We had a nice lunch. News wasn't good from the doctor. He's got an orthopedic guy and he's going to have surgery on his wrist. He's got something that's on his wrist that's causing swelling. So at any rate, they're making an appointment with the orthopedic guy so I can go see him. So you just do what you got to do. You know how that is. Anyway, we had a nice lunch. And very interesting. It's called the Depot Cafe. It's in downtown Helena. And look at that. See, all it'll be is just a little glitter on there on the hat. It'll make it a little prettier than it was. And putting some glitter on. That's all. Make it look nice. I'll have to let these dry, which, as you know, for glossy accents, or if you use the glass effect, the liquid glass, you know, from Close to My Heart. I haven't opened this up yet because I've still got a half a bottle of glossy accents. I usually go through a lot more than that, but I haven't been putting glitter on my stuff, so I'm getting back to it because I like glitter. So at any rate, I'm getting all these little teddy bear things, cutouts ready. And I'll put one together soon. But I want to get this done. Hopefully by the time I finish the last little hat, the first one will be dry. And I'll be able to put it on. If not, I'm going to set it on under a fan where these dry out. And but I'm kind of happy with how it went with the Cricut Craft Room. I can see where people like it, especially since it is a free thing. But you know what? I'm still really hooked on my Gypsy. It's going to take a long time to convince me to switch over to Cricut Craft Room. But while I'm up here in my craft room, it's not bad because I'm sitting right here. But I do most of my designing in the evening. Hubby likes to watch TV, and I'm not much of a TV watcher. I have, you know, a couple shows like Grey's Anatomy and stuff like that. And it seems like every time I like a show, they discontinue the thing. Anyway, while he's watching his programs, I sit there and design on my Gypsy. And it works out real good. I mean, I do rub his back and all that kind of stuff, but when the rubbing the back is done, because you can only do so much of that, I get on my Gypsy and I design. Plus, if I'm traveling and hubby and I are going somewhere in the car, I always take my Gypsy. Always, always, always in design. Excuse me. Well, let me tell you, I have been busy since I was last on. All the teddy bears are cut out. It worked fine. I guess it helps when the Wi-Fi, I used the cord because my Wi-Fi wasn't working for some reason. Anyway, I put together the little bear. He looks so cute. The hat's dried. And I put together all my little packets. Now, isn't the bear cute? Only problem is I ran into a problem. The problem is on the front of my card, when I set it out like this, the balloons don't quite fit because they don't stay in. See, and well, I guess they could. But I decided to put the balloons on the inside and left that on the outside just like it is. Okay, so I've got it set up like that, and I want to grab something. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I couldn't find my wobblers, you know. I wanted my wobblers because I thought this would be a perfect card for wobbling. Since it won't fit all the way on the front, I can just set them up and it'll wobble. So at any rate, it was a lot of fun. It was a big project because everything... Now, I stamped, and you need to know what I stamped. I stamped using my craft spot, and I've got all my stamps in this. Isn't this just too cool? And I've got them in little packets. My craft spot, and I used this stamp set. Have a fabulous birthday, and it's her birthday wishes stamp set. Birthday wishes. Okay, isn't this nice how I've got everything set up in the notebook? I'm using my stamps more now because I can see exactly what I have, and it works out really, really nice. Anyway, I stamped the inside, so we're going to do the inside. And just put this on. I inked up the front of, well, the ink on Have a Fabulous Birthday is cotton candy because it's nice and bright pink, and it matched the pink that I used on the shirts. Okay, so that's what I used there. On this, though, I use From Close to My Heart, and on this, I used and embossed it with the big circles, and then I used blush from Close to My Heart, and I just went over it with a little makeup sponge. My husband's black hair, can you stand it? With a makeup sponge, and just very lightly went over the whole top, okay? And so that it would have a little bit of color to it. And I set that on. Now, the card that I'm making, any size that I cut wrong or anything that has any little thing wrong with it, I'm using on this card. Basically because this is the card that I show, and I don't want to give out to someone else a card that isn't 100% perfect. Okay? So this one's got my flaws on it, and I haven't got it cut just perfect. With my edges all the way around, so as you can see, that's the one I'm going to use because it is not perfect. Now, before I go any further, you got to see this. I'm so excited. I got a new stamp, and I'm going to stamp the back of it. You're going to love it, and it's from Hoot Owl on Etsy. Hoot Owl is the name of it, the company. And I had this stamp made. And it is so cool. I've got it on the back of all my cards now. I want to make sure I've got it right. And it says handcrafted by Sheila McShay. And it's got this sassy lady right in the center. Don't you love it? I'll show you just a second. It's got the sassy lady right in the center. Ooh, and I didn't do a very good job at stamping that, but that's okay because this is the card that... But look at that. Handcrafted by Sheila McShay, and with the little sassy lady logo in it. Isn't that awesome? I was so excited, and he was so wonderful to work with. And prompt and everything else, nothing but good things to say about him, and it was shipped out right away, and I got it, and I love it. Now, what we're going to do on the front of the card is we're going to take one of these wobbles, and I didn't want to bore you with putting together these teddy bears because there's lots of little pieces on it. As you can see, all these little tiny pieces, and it was fun to put together. I haven't put together one of these little guys in a long time, so now I got to figure this out. It tells you which, this side down. Okay, so this is the side that goes down. I think I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to put it on the top first. I have the hardest time getting double back things off, and I shouldn't. I've got fingernails. You'd think I would do a better job at getting it off than I do, but it takes me a little bit. So bear with me on this, but we're going to get this little wobble going. Guess I got to start from the other side because I ripped that side. There we go. Okay, we're going to put it on the top, on the guy, little guy, like this, right in the center, so that I can see where he is. Because otherwise, I mean, I got a big base here, but I got a little guy right here, so I want to make sure that he's just right. And we're going to put him right there. Okay, let's push down. And if I got a mess in my craft room, I love it. It has been a long time since I spent the whole day in my craft room. Usually I get to spend an hour here or there, or I hurry up, grab something, bag it up, and put it in a bag and put it in my case and work on it in my lunch hour. So now we're going to put him, her, whatever you want to call this little guy, this little teddy bear, right on the front. And we're going to push him down. Is he just too cute? Make sure it's all the way down. Rubbing it, and it is. Look at that. Is that too cute or what? Perfect. Now on the inside, we're going to put this down. I think I'm just going to use a couple pop dots. 1, 2 pop dots for the balloons on the inside. There we go. That's my card. Now, wasn't that easy? It's easy only because the bear was put together. But this was a hard one for me. I'll have to admit this was a hard one for me because I learned Cricut Craft Room, and I'm not, I don't learn things very easy. The one thing about me, when I decide I'm going to learn how to do something, I will learn how to do it. It just takes me a while, and I'll keep practicing until I get better and better. But I wanted you to see that, don't give up. Just hang in there and keep working at it and working at it and working at it, and it'll work out. But isn't that too cute? Look at that card. Now that's going to be in the card party, and I'm short birthday card, so I decided we're going to have another card, and it's going to be another birthday card. So I got a regular birthday card and a belated birthday card. Too cute. Thank you for joining me today on She's a Sassy Lady. You have a great day. Bye now. Oh, wait a minute. Before I let you go. See what I did? All you got to do is bag it up in there, and there's all the little packets. Now I got to open each and every one of those packets and stick a wobble in there because I decided to make them wobble. But see how I've got them in there? Isn't that just too cool? And then I stick the card that it's actually going to be in the front pocket, just like that. And he's put away nice and safe and sound. And I'll just stuff each one of these with a wobble. Have a great week. See you next week. Bye now.